students, namaste and welcome to the virtual learning platform of Grade 10 English. Well, today I'm going to connect you to Unit 11 of Grade 10 English. That is page number 171. So if you are ready to go with me, please turn your page 171 and let's get started. Okay, so when you go to Unit 11, what can you see the topic? Yeah, it's ethics and morality. Well, very interesting topic. So this Unit 11 is concerned with ethics and morality. Now let's discuss something about ethics and morality. What is ethics? What do you think is morality? Good. What is the common thing between them and what are the differences between ethics and morality? Let's get started with this picture. All right. So ethics and morality both concerned with right and wrong conduct. However, ethics are external rules, whereas morals are very personal principles. Ethics may vary between environments and morals rarely change. What do you understand? All right, let me give you an example. All right, so ethics are principle of doing. All right, they are code and conduct of doing something. All right, ethics are basic principle in general, whereas morals are the personal principles. Okay. Basically, ethics are the guideline and morals are the personal way of behaving. So what is the thing is, for example, as an ethic, right, let's talk about American society or European society and Nepalese culture, all right. When you talk about marriage system, all right, let's say people in America or European country can live together without marriage, even they can give birth of child without getting married. But in our culture, it's not acceptable. All right. So therefore, in ethics in European culture and Americans is different to Nepalese culture. However, even if you are in America or in European countries or you are in Nepal, if you believe that I can't give birth to a child before marriage or I'm not staying together before marriage, that is your moral principle. So therefore, moral principles are something personal which you believe that you have some kind of way of doing by yourself. Okay, you have some moral principles. But as an ethics, there can be a general principle. Okay. Now let's look at the differences. More differences we can see. So morals are personal beliefs, about right and wrong, as I told you already. Whereas ethics are standard of behavior set by group or profession. Okay. So as a profession, as a group, you can have one ethics. All right. For example, in one religion group, you can have one kind of set of rules, but you may sometimes overrule or you may sometimes break that group or professional rule because you have your certain moral. Similarly, morals are based on individual upbringing, culture and religion. Your moral principles are shaped by how you are brought up, and even how is your culture and how is your religion. Ethics are based on the code of conduct of rules, right? Morals can vary widely between individuals here. My moral principle of doing something or my moral principle to look at something is different to someone else, all right? But both of us may be guided by the same ethics. Generally consistent within a profession or group, organization, I told you already. So this is a group, profession, and generally they are same as ethic, but morality may vary. can be influenced by emotions and personal biases. All right, you can be influenced by your own feelings, ideas. Is something like that. For example, schools rules and regulation is different. And you have to all right, punish the children as a rule. But you are affected by the emotions of some students, their problem. You understood that, and perhaps you may not like to punish. All right, so this is what is your morality. And often deal with the issues of character and virtue. All right, often deal with the issues of responsibility and accountability. So this is in the higher level. So we can say ethics are in national level, then morals are in the local level. All right, look at the poster and talk about the qualities required to succeed. All right, look at this poster. All right, can you see? Oh, that's fine. So you can see ethics for success. What ethics are given for success? Let's say first is honesty. So honesty is one of the principle of ethics, right? And if you are honest, perhaps you have chance to get success. Responsibility, all right? You are very much aware about what you have to do. Trust and respect, all right? You are very trustful. You respect, where and when you have to respect. You have a quality of leadership, and you have good quality, all right? And then you have integrity. Integrity refers to the, all right, honesty and the hard, very, very strong, all right, strong ethics. But here integrity also means that, all right, wholeness or unity, all right. And that means you do not see things in part. You do not judge someone with the part or with the particular thing only, but you judge as a whole. So that's also wholeness, is also integrity. So therefore, what does it mean? Yeah, perhaps it means that you have this kind of this kind of ethics, like honesty, responsibility, trust, and when this kind of principle, this kind of moral principles you have, then you can get success. Okay, next let's discuss. Look at the picture and answer these questions. Yes, students, can you see the picture? Yeah, that's fine. Well, what can you see? Yeah, Ramesh? Oh, that's fine. Yeah. People are quarreling. Good. Then Luniva? Maybe they are ready to fight. They are showing their, fist. Oh, yeah, that's fine. And yeah, next, Rasul. Good. Yeah, one of the an old woman is perhaps trying to calm down the situation. Yeah, these things we can. So do you think that this picture has any connection with the story? The story is Wisdom of the Little Girls that we are going to read today. Yeah, good, Loniva. Yeah, perhaps you have learned the lesson. Good. So you can see there, that the people, that the men gathered, and then they were discussing, and then women tried to calm down. That's good. Okay, students, let's go to our lesson. Yeah, okay. What do you think the people are doing? We discuss. All right. Why? Is it good or bad? So what do you think? Is it good or bad? Yeah, obviously it's not good. All right. Quarreling is not good. All right. Fighting, obviously not good. All right. And we need someone to, coordinate the bad situations. Okay, let's go ahead. Well, students, let's begin our lesson. So this is Wisdom of Little Girls by Leo Tolstoy. Very famous, interesting story. So look at this first paragraph. So what we'll do is we'll create the questions in order to understand the paragraph. This is the way of reading. So actually, reading lessons are meant to be read by the students themselves and understood by themselves, and then we can discuss in the classroom. Again, teachers will help you. So today in this lesson, we'll try to practice different kinds of question and answer techniques. We'll practice some of the vocabulary techniques also, and we'll also try to deal the lessons with alternative questions, fill in the blanks, and which are very common, that is asked in the examination. So now read the paragraph and create the question. All right. It was an early stir. Sledging was only just over. Snow still lay in the yards, and water ran in streams down the village street. Two little girls from different houses happened to meet in a lane between two homesteads, where the dirty water after running through the farmyards had formed a large puddle. All right, so in order to understand this paragraph, let's understand what is Easter. Easter is a Christian festival that celebrates the resurrection or rebirth of Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ was said to have reborn after he was crucified. Jesus Christ was crucified, and he came out of his grave, after 3 days, and that is the Easter. That is the resurrection. All right. Then there is Easter egg distributed among the people, during this Easter. Sledging, the activity of riding on a sledge. All right. So this is the sledge, sledge, and sledge is carried by the horses, dogs in the snows, and these activities are known as the sledging. Then you have homesteads, means farmhouses, in the far from the city area, right? And then puddle is a pool or pond. Now, so let's create the questions. Can you create the questions? Good. Let's see. Yeah, what can you create the question? Good. Question maybe one question can be, what was the season? What was the season when the story took place? Good. Number 2. Yes, can you say? Raman? Okay, good. Where did the little girls meet? Good. Well, then, yes. Princey, can you make another question? Yeah, good. How was the puddle formed? Yeah, so in this way, you can create the questions in your copies and you can share among your friends to answer the questions. Now let's discuss these questions in the text. So if it is Easter, if it's talking about sledging, it's talking about the snow, it must be winter. So which season? It was the winter season. Okay. Then where did the girls meet? Two little girls from different houses happened to meet in a lane, between two homesteads, right? So where did they meet? Where did the little girls meet? The little girls met. If question is did, you have to change into past, meet changes to met. That's what you have to take care while answering the questions too, So little girls met in a lane between two homesteads. That's the answer. Then next is how was the puddle formed? Look at here. Where the dirty water after running to the farmyards had formed a large puddle. Okay. So therefore puddle was formed by the dirty water. Okay. After running to the farmyards. Okay. So dirty water came out of the farmyards. Okay. And in some place it formed a puddle. Good. Fantastic. Okay, next. Okay. Next, let me read it out again. One girl was very small, the other a little bigger. Their mother had dressed them both in the new frocks. The little one wore a blue frocks, the other a yellow print, and the both red handkerchiefs on their heads. They had just come from church when they met, and first they showed each other their finery, and then they began to play. So what might be the question? What is the question here, please? Yeah. Okay. Yes, yes. Princey? Okay. The question is, how were the girls dressed? That might be the question here. How were the girls dressed? Look at this one. Their mothers had dressed them both in new frocks. The little one wore a blue frock, the other blue print, and both red kerchiefs on their heads. Okay, let's see what is kerchief. Kerchiefs are a square piece of cloth worn on the head or to the neck. So though you cannot see kerchiefs here, okay, this is just a symbolic pictures, and kerchiefs are like the handkerchiefs. Okay, okay, square piece, and you can wear in the neck also and in the head also. Okay, this is kind of the answer. Yeah. How were the girls dressed? They were dressed in new frocks. One was wearing blue frock, the other was in the yellow print, and they both had red crosses on their heads. That made the answer. Okay. Where do you think they had come from? They had come from church. All right. And first they showed each other their finery. What did they do at first? When they meet, what did they do at first? They showed their finery. What is finery? Finery are the best clothes, okay? Because they were having the best clothes, okay? So they showed the best clothes because they had a good dress. They had dressed nicely, and they showed that, oh, this is mine. Okay, this is mine. Good, okay? And what did they begin to do? What did they begin to do? They began to play, all right? So in this way, in the form of questions, you can understand the lesson. Next, soon the fancy took them to splash about in the water, and the smaller one was going to step into the puddle, shoes and all. And when the elder checked her, "Do not go in, Melassa," said she. "Your mother will scold you. I will take off my shoes, stockings, and you take off yours." All right. So here, okay, in this paragraph, okay, in order to understand this paragraph, let me create to you one multiple choice questions. Okay, so it's like this, right? Melassa, when Melassa was trying to go into the pool, Akulya, okay, then dot number one, stopped her to go there. Number two, asked her to take off her shoes. Number three, she scolded her. All right, this kind of question. What might be the right answer? So obviously, yeah. Akela asks Melissa to take off her shoes. All right. So here, this is the question when the fancy means, okay, look at this word. All right, splash. Okay, splash means to fall noisily, step noisily, okay, in the water. It's kind of plopping, okay. All right. And then scold means saying bad words, okay, to speak angrily, okay, to rebuke is the scold. So here, you can see, right? They fancy means they wanted to go to the pool, okay, and then when Melassa was going inside, and then Akulya checked her by saying, not to go, just, okay, with all her stockings, with all her shoes, and stockings are the, socks, okay, covering your legs. So this is what is the idea in this paragraph. All right, next, they did so, and then picking up their skirts, began walking towards each other. To the puddle, the water came up to Melissa's ankles, and she said, "It is deep, Aquila, I'm afraid." "Come on," replied the other. "Don't be frightened. It won't get any deeper." All right. So, in this paragraph, let's make some true and false questions. Okay. So when Aquila and Melissa went inside the puddle, it was very, very deep. Obviously false, okay, because Melissa says it's deep, okay, I'm afraid, okay, but don't it won't get any deeper, okay, it's not deeper, okay, just this much only. That's what Melissa was saying. All right. Aquila was really afraid when she went inside the puddle. No, Aquila wasn't afraid, because Melissa was afraid. Melissa said, "I'm afraid." All right. So Melissa was afraid, Aquila wasn't afraid. It's deep, Aquila, I'm afraid, Melissa says. Okay, so Melissa was afraid, Aquila wasn't afraid. All right, so now they are inside the puddle. Let's go ahead. When they get near one another, Aquila said, "Mind, Melissa, don't splash. Walk carefully." She had hardly said this when Melissa plumped down her foot so that the water splashed right onto Aquila's frock. The frock was splashed, and so were Aquila's eyes and nose. When she saw the stains on her frock, she was very angry and ran after Melissa to strike her. Melissa was frightened, and seeing that she had got herself into trouble, she scrambled out of the puddle and prepared to run home. All right, here let's try to understand this paragraph with the help of wordplay, okay, vocabulary practice. Let's make it. So I'll ask some words, okay, try to find out these words, okay, synonyms or antonyms, okay. All right. Plop. What is the similar word for plop here? Yes? Good. Splash. Splash is kind of plopping, okay? All right. Then what is the another word for afraid? Can you find any similar in the afraid? Yes, that's frightened. Okay. Melissa was frightened. Melissa was afraid. Okay. All right. Then ready. Another word for ready. Another word for ready is can you find? Good. That's the prepared. Okay. And prepare to run home, ready to run home. So you have to try to, all right, replace the word, okay, in this way to learn the word meaning. Then another word for heat. Yeah, find out. Heat. To strike her, okay, something like hitting her, to hit her, okay. Then if I ask you, what is the opposite word for far? It's near. Good. All right. So in this way, you can understand here. So, and in this text, the idea you understood is, okay, Aquila is trying to make aware to Melissa, okay, not to splash, so not to plump very hard there. Okay, for example, plump means is plopping, to drop or fall heavily. Okay, so if you plop your feet, okay, if you just drop your feet in, feet on the right, puddle, okay, that was in the dirty water, okay, that's plumped. And scramble means quickly climbed. Okay. Okay, here, so what is the incident is, okay, Melassa plumped down her foot. Okay, but when she plumped down her feet, when he plopped her feet into the puddle, then what happened is, the frog was splashed. Okay, her frog was splashed. Her frog was okay, a kind of plopped with water. Okay, and then Akula's eyes and nose were also splashed, and it was dirty water. Therefore, there was stains. Okay, stains is the dirt or marks. Okay, dirty marks on the frog, and therefore, why did Melassa become angry? We can say, why did Melassa become angry? Sorry, why did Akulya become angry? She became angry because her frock was splashed and eyes and nose were also splashed, and she got stains on her frock. Okay. All right, and she wanted to strike Melassa, so Melassa was frightened and she was ready to come out of the water quickly, right? Prepare to run home. That's the story. Just then Akula's mother happened to passing, and seeing that her daughter's skirt was splashed, her sleeves dirty, she said, "You naughty, dirty girl, what have you been doing?" "Melassa did it on purpose," replied the girl. All right. At this, Akula's mother seized Melassa and struck her on the back of her neck. Melassa began to howl so that she could be heard on all down the street. Her mother came out. So here is one very interesting thing. One question: do you think Akula did it? Melassa did it on purpose, replied the girl. The girl is Akula. Akula said that, okay. Akula's mother was passing through there, and she saw, okay, that her daughter's skirt was splashed and her daughter's skirt was dirty, okay. And then obviously her daughter is Akula. So obviously Akula said, Melassa did it on purpose. Then she did it intentionally. Do you think Akula did it intentionally? It may not be, okay. She was just, okay, very, eager to play on the puddle, and she just splashed, and then the dirty water just, okay, came out, all right. But anyway, Akula said she did it on purpose, all right. So when she reported like that, then Akula's mother became angry, perhaps, and they seized Melassa. Seized means to catch, to capture, on her back neck, all right. When she caught her on the back neck, then obviously Melassa began to howl. She made a noise, obviously. Then maybe the houses were near, okay, and then Melassa's mother heard this, and she also came down to the street, okay. That's what happened. All right, so then what happened is, okay, what are you beating my girl for? Says she, and began scolding her neighbor. One war led to another, and they had an angry quarrel. The men came out, and the crowd collected in the street, everyone shouting and no one listening. They all went on quarreling till one gave another a push, and the affair had very clearly come to blows. And when Akula's grandmother stepping in among them, tried to calm them. So, all right. The question is, all right, why was the crowd gathered? Why was the crowd gathered? Okay, why did the people get collected? Yes. All right. The crowd was gathered because of the because of the two mothers' quarrel. Okay, because they began to say one word to another word. Okay, and they began to quarrel. Okay, and then other men, other people also came there. And what happened after they gathered? They went on quarreling. Now they divide into two groups. They began to quarrel. Okay. All right. And how worse was the quarreling? They nearly came to the blows. Okay. They nearly came to the blows means they nearly began to fight. Okay. Then what happened? Then what did old grandmother do? All right, so old grandmother came among them and she tried to calm them. All right, now grandmother, as you can see, came when they were quarreling, okay, and she tried to calm them. So here you can see affair is the matter, issue, or event. Okay, that matter, that affair, that quarreling affair. Okay, and then blows are the kickbacks or the fights. Okay, nearly come to the blows, nearly come to the fight. What are you thinking of, friends? Is it right to behave so? Okay, on a day like this too, it's a time for rejoicing and not for such folly as this. They would not listen to the old woman and nearly knocked her off her feet, and she would not have been able to quiet the crowd if it had not been for Akulya and Malasa themselves. Okay. So how did the grandmother try to calm them? What did she say in order to calm down the quarreling? Okay. She said, it's not good to behave like this. Why yourself are fighting like this? Okay. And she also said that it is time for rejoicing. What is rejoicing? It's a time to be happy. Okay. It's time for great joy and happiness. All right. And it is the foolishness, folly is stupidity. It is the foolishness, the stupidity of ourselves to fight. Okay. That's what she tried to say. All right. But they did not listen to her, right? They did not listen to her, all right? And okay, yeah, some of the people, okay, perhaps, okay, were nearly realizing, but they were not ready to listen to her, all right? But what happened is Akulya and Malasa themselves perhaps realized this situation and they did something. Let's see what did they do. While the women were abusing each other, Akulya had wiped the mud off her frock and gone back to the puddle. She took a stone and began scraping away the earth in the front of the puddle to make a channel through which the water could run out into the street. Presently, Malasa joined her and with a chip of wood helped her dig the channel. Just as the men were beginning to fight, the water from that little girl's channel ran streaming into the street towards the very place where the old woman was trying to pacify the men. All right. So what did the girls do? All right. So then what did the girls do? Akulya wiped the mud off her frock. Okay. She just, okay, washed the dirt from her frocks, okay, which was splashed. Okay. And then she went to the puddle and with the help of a stone, she began to scrap, okay, the earth, okay, and she wanted to make a channel. Channel means she wanted to make a, let's say, make a canal, okay, canal of water to flow, okay, and she did like that. And at the same time, Malasa also joined her, okay, with the help of chip of wood. Look at this word, chip. Chip is a piece, okay. So with the help of a piece of wood, okay, she also began to dig the channel, okay, and the water began to flow, which went up to the people where they were fighting, where they were quarreling, all right. And then, all right, pacify means, okay, it went up to the people where the old woman was trying to pacify, trying to calm down, trying to make them quiet, all right, all right. So the water ran up to them. So the old woman said, aren't you ashamed of yourselves to go fighting on account of these lasses? Lasses are the ladies, girls, okay, teenagers. when they themselves have forgotten all about it and are playing happily together. All right. So then what did the mother remind them? What did the old grandmother remind them? She reminded by saying that these lasses, these girls, have forgotten their previous quarrel. They have forgotten their previous misunderstanding, and they are playing happily together. Whereas you, all of you are just fighting for them. All right, aren't you not ashamed? That's what she said to them. They are little souls. She said these are the little souls who we reunited very easily. They are wiser than you. And therefore she said the little souls are wiser than you. So why they are wiser? Why do you think they are wiser? Why do you think the little girls were wiser than these people, this man? It's because they forgot their previous misunderstanding, and then they have easily united to each other, which is very difficult for the old people. The men looked at the girls, were ashamed and laughing at themselves. Now they realized their mistake. They saw that two girls were playing again together, and all right, and they were really ashamed of themselves. And they went back to their home. Except you turn and become as little children, you shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. And the old man finally said, this is one biblical reference also. All right. So this is a very good moral of the lesson also. So if you do not become like the little child who are very innocent, so if you are not able to forget your egos, you should be innocent like the children. All right, you have to forget the previous misunderstanding, egos. All right, so if you do not forget your egos like the little children, then you can never be wise. And there is no place in the heaven. That's what the old woman suggested. Okay, students, in this way the lesson ends with the moral teaching of the grandmother. And in the form of grandmother, she has given us the lesson to all of you. All right, so in this way we have finished this story. So we'll discuss summary in the next episode, right? And for your practice, right, write a description about a person and their successful story in their life relating the issues of ethics for success. All right. For example, you can ask, which of the ethics like honesty or punctuality led someone to achieve something in life. You can ask the success story to your parents, to your neighbors, to anyone. All right. You can ask your family members, and you can ask what ethics, perhaps when your father was very honest about giving something after finding and what reward he got it. That is also a success story, not about the complete successful life, but you can ask the successful events of your life. All right. So you can ask, and for example, often in the interview, you can see that in order to find the very honest person in interview, what people do is throwing something in front of them, money, and then either they will give that money back to the people or not. This kind of techniques are also used. And so either this kind of stories have been encountered in anybody's life, find out and write a story. So next is for your assignment. The assignments. Look at the words. Find out these words Find out these words in your textbook, all right? Find out these words in your textbooks and write down the meaning and also use in the sentences of your own, all right? So that is the end of the lesson today. Well, we will meet in the next episode. Have a nice time. Bye-bye.